So Furiosa came out this weekend, everybody. Furiosa came out. And I thought, this is going to be great. It's going to do good. And then it's going head to head with Garfield. It's Garfield and Friends. Like, who's going to win? And I thought it'd be Furiosa.
Ready to party!
We are. Yeah. And Furiosa did win, Mike. Did win. But not by much. And it was so bad. I mean, I saw the Furiosa and I actually really liked it. I think it was fun. The actual audio, the special effects. Chris Hemsworth took me a second to get used to him. He's a little campy, but I think he did a great job too. Lots of great monologues. Again, Anya Taylor-Joy, awesome. Like those moments of, she was saying she couldn't say much, but it made sense of the plot so well. But look at these numbers. Now, George Miller wanted to do another sequel, or it was actually another prequel to Fury Road with Tom Hardy coming back after this. It's already written, ready to go, called Wasteland. But this did so abysmal, he's like, I don't think it's going to happen, guys. I don't think it's going to happen. Look at these fucking numbers. 31.1 million was domestic for Garfield. 32 million for Furiosa. Whew. Worldwide, not good. Furiosa did make 64.8 million worldwide. But at a $168 million budget before advertising, it's a huge fucking bomb. Now, of course, maybe it'll pick up next weekend, but people are probably trying to say that this happened. Like, Furiosa is, again, a spin-off of a spin-off. Is the audience there? Fury Road did good, but it didn't do that fantastic when we look at the numbers, actually. So maybe this movie just was doomed to start with. And then, overall, it's a, post-apocalyptic kind of desolate world. People want to see that right now, or they want to go out to theaters and see something that's going to make them smile and joyous. Well, it didn't work. I went to see Garfield, though, but then not a lot came out. And usually, Memorial Day weekend's a big weekend. The last time a movie did this bad was Casper back in 1995. It's like Casper numbers, guys. I love Casper. The Friendly Ghost, great movie. Bill Pullman, awesome. Yeah, great movie. But again, look at that numbers compared to this. That's a lot bigger budget, and it's a really big loss for Furiosa. And Garfield's happy. There's going to be a sequel. They already made, they started early. They already made like 91.1 million. They already made 91.1 million overall, but that's also they started early openings overseas and stuff like that. And that budget was much smaller compared to Furiosa. So they're going to come back, do more. But is this a sign that people are just not going to go to the box office anymore? Like, you see it's supposed to be like a summer movie, like Furiosa does this bad. Sean, what do you think? Is this a bad news bears for the business?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, what's bringing people out to the movies anymore? We're getting these, takes on existing stories and characters that we've already seen before. Do we really need another Garfield movie? I mean, it's Chris Pratt, guys. We know what the fuck he's going to do with it. Right? Chris Pratt's Garfield, not Timothy Chalamet.
Yep, it's me, Chris Pratt.
It's either Garfield. Chris Pratt or Timothy Chalamet. Those guys are fighting for character supremacy.
Chalamet is Odie.
Yeah. Oh God damn it! I hope not. This was shit. Oh, that's scary. 9 years. This is 9 years after Fury Road came out.
Dude.
It's a little long, right? It's a little long to wait. I don't know. I think also people really appreciated and respected what Charlize Theron did with the role. And then I think to do it a prequel was an interesting choice. I think people wanted to see the continuation of that story first, and maybe you could have done some flashbacks and whatnot with this. But I don't know. This story, did it have to be told? I didn't see it. I didn't interest. I was my parents were in town, so I had to take them around Baltimore, and then I did fuck all on Monday because I was exhausted. I did see a Baltimore Rock Opera Society. If you're ever in town, original show, it's fantastic. Yeah, what's the I'm not really going to the movies much. I think I might go check out a Violent Nature.
What's that?
This weekend, it's like a horror. It's like a take on slasher movies, but from the POV of the killer, like the entire movie. Seems kind of interesting.
Oh.
But that's the kind of stuff I'm taking, risks at, I guess, by going to see the movies. I wasn't really in the mood for a Furiosa. I think what the movies really need, we need Will Smith back, right? We need him to retake the July 4th throne and make people excited. It's not going to work with Nicole Kidman commercials. And I just saw another terrible commercial the other day for some Regal theaters, I believe, and all it is just famous lines from movies, and it's the people saying it's very weird. It's very I don't understand why they did it, but there's no reason to go to the movie right now. Even Ghostbusters, that could have been a big thing, and I don't think that did as well as it could have either.
It didn't do well. It didn't do well either.
It's just down across the board, right? Is that what I'm getting? Like nothing has been.
When it comes out, when you can watch it on your couch in 2 weeks, it's a lot easier to go. Yeah.
I saw Dune 2. I would have saw Dune 2 in the theater 30 times. But I ain't got time. I ain't got time.
But that's a really high bar, Sean.
Responsibilities. I know it is. Not every movie.
That's the Peter Jackson bar.
No one, not everyone needs to be Dune. But I don't need a Garfield movie. I might go see Furiosa, but again, yes, I think Mike's point is valid to kind of explore a little further, right? Like, what's the impetus to see it in theaters if it's just going to be on streaming next month, 2 months from now, right?
There's that. 100% that. But there's also, Sean, the fact, like what Lexi's saying too, it's like, there's fluctuating pricing, concessions are ridiculously expensive as it is. Sure. Well, that's been an ongoing thing. And, and people, like, it's so much money to go out to actually see a movie. And of course you have like the AMC A-list, and you got the Regal passes, and you got all these different ways to just, be able to go because you pay like a monthly fee, of course. But then it's just pricey. And people, maybe they're going out into the world a little bit more and not going to a movie theater to go watch these things. It's a nice Memorial Day weekend. What are you doing? Should we just go to the beach or should we go watch weather. Furiosa?
Hopefully.
Which is a good sign for society, but not good for the box office. I would say, and I think people are probably freaking out. The business, of course, and George Miller apparently can't be happy right now. He's probably pissed off, $168 million. And you're like, what the fuck do I do now? I wrote the next script. I got Tom Hardy signed on to come back. What am I supposed to fucking do? And it's just tough. But Mike, do you think that there will be a turnaround though? Like, look at Barbie did fucking great still. People still go out to movies. That did amazing. So some movies have done well, but this is a big weekend, and maybe it just doesn't have the audience they expected these movies to have.
I don't know what determines these things, Brian. If it just happened that Barbie and Oppenheimer, because those we're talking about Dune, Sean, those were both Dune? Visually Great. Sumptuous feasts. Yeah. Barbie, I'm trying to think of what now would get me out to the theater. I had a strong shot at going to see the Apes movie that was very visually,
I saw that.
Pumped,
that's taken 128 million so far. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it did pretty good.
Or something that's got a real big visual impact, like Barbie, or I'm trying to think of the last movie that really blew me away visually, like Crazy Rich Asians. That was a crazy movie to see in the theater.
Oh, sure.
Look at Detroit Grit. Thank you for being here, man. Great freaking topic. Great point.
Yeah, we got some. Is this? Did you ever get a chance to dress up in the Little Caesars outfit like Sean did, Detroit?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
We'll get back to that.
I don't know, Brian. Traditionally, like you mentioned, I went to see 29 years ago. I went to see Casper in the theater, probably on this weekend if it was a Memorial Day release.
And that's what it was, Memorial Day weekend.
This year, I didn't. You're saying that maybe it means that people are out doing other things out in the world? I don't think so. I think if people aren't going to the theater, particularly if there are really interesting movies like a prequel to a real kind of cultural event that the first of this instance of Mad Max was, I think it probably means that people aren't out and about, that people are eating watermelon on their couch the way that I was.
That Mike would freaking do it.
I had to work. I got to do my Memorial Day today.
Good to see you, Maniac.
Jeremy,
good to see you, man.
Up,
thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. Good to see you, man. Yeah, you're right, Mike. People are probably, just going about doing their thing. It is a lot of fucking money, and I think that's also a sign. But I just know the business is not going to be happy about this. And Furiosa, I really expected more. But then again, look at what Fury Road did. Overall, made $380.4 million. So I mean, still, that was again $170 million. So they made their money back, and it took 7 years to convince the studio to do another one. But George Miller said he had 2 more movies. Like they want to do 2 more. They want to do Furiosa and, of course, Wasteland combined with this when they actually had the whole success of Fury Road. But, I think this is it. I think we're done going to the Mad Max world. I think we're done. And, this IP may lay to rest. The IP-ness might be permanently flaccid. That's all I'm saying.
We got Borderlands coming up too. So this kind of IP is going to be saturated.
I'm not even interested in that. I played those games. I know that story. I don't want to see it. It just doesn't look like it's
crazy,
for me.
Dude.
The cast is ridiculous. What's Kate Blanchett doing there? What are you doing, Kate?
I don't know. I want to see it. I'll check it out. Coming out in August, though. Sometimes you see some in August, they're like not as faithful or excited about it.
See me in August. We'll see. I don't know.
We'll see. I don't know. After July, I don't know if you'll be excited for August. Because July still can't come soon enough.